Let's start with some basic things. How to rewrite in a chemistry in your syllabus, SPI syllabus. How to rewrite. Yesterday we learned the reaction, certain reaction, acid-base reaction, neutralization reaction, and we have discussed how acid is reacted with metal, how acid is reacted with non-metals, reaction with acid base, and it is the neutralization reaction. So generally, pH of solution, we define the pH and pOH, how it comes, and what is the mathematical derivation of pH and pOH scale. So all these things we have to learn in yesterday's lecture. All these things we have to learn in yesterday's lecture. All these things we have to learn in yesterday's lecture. So uh, we have a metals, non-metals, metalloids. We can have a general review about the classification of elements. So we can classify elements according to metal, non-metal, and metalloids. So generally, what we have to generally chemical reaction and equation. Chemical reaction and equation. Chemical reaction and equation. Generally, how reaction is occur, what types of reaction. Generally, in some case, you have to be the, you can think about what is the reaction. So can you guess what happened in during the chemical reaction? Chemical reaction, chemical change. In point of view, chemical reaction. Generally, we have to say that something is a reactant is reacting together and a product is formed. The product are more stable than reactants. So reactants bond break down and products bond are formed. During all these things is happening during the chemical reaction. So generally, when we have to discuss about a chemical reaction, so lot of type of reaction, lot of type of reaction. So another the reaction is generally when you think a reaction, only the reaction. So you think about the reaction. Reaction means just it is a nuclear reaction. It is a chemical reaction. So two types of general reaction: nuclear reaction and chemical reaction. So nuclear reaction, which is the explosion of atomic bomb, or nuclear reaction takes place inside the nucleus. Nuclear reaction having two types: nuclear reaction and chemical reaction. So reaction having two types. One is the chemical reaction. Chemical reaction. And another one is the nuclear reaction. Nuclear reaction. Chemical reaction and nuclear reaction. So generally, chemical, what happened in the, you can have a nuclear reaction. Nuclear reaction takes place inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus. It is takes place inside the nucleus. Inside the nucleus. Nuclear reaction takes place inside the nucleus. So we have chemical reaction. So can you guess what is meant by the chemical reaction? My question to you: what is meant by the chemical reaction? Can you tell me what is meant by the chemical reaction? Yes, please tell me. Oh, 44 people is connecting. So you have heard about the lot of things in a chemical reaction, generally addition reaction, rearrange reaction. So all these things you have to learn in chemistry. So what is the generally what is mean by the chemical reaction? Can you guess? Can you tell me the answer? What is mean by the chemical
A
reaction?
reaction in which chemical change take place.
Chemical changes takes place. How it was? It is not. You cannot define
Sir,
properly.
it takes place due to electrons which are outside the nucleus.
Electron. Octet is deleted. Okay. Another one.
Sir, rearrangement of
Sir,
elements
chemic
in a compound.
in chemical reaction there is breaking of bonds, formation of new
that is the quite correct. You can have like say like that. You can have old break bond and formation of bond, having new bond, having the minimum maximum stability, and the reactants, and we have a reactant, and the reactant get break down and to form a new product. So like this, you can define like this. Okay. So generally, what happens? Generally, you have a reactant. So reactant, suppose you have a reactant is reacting together to form a product A, B, C, and D. And now, how much amount of A is react? X amount of A is react. How much amount of Y is react? Y. Y amount. B react. Amount of A is react. X amount. Amount of B react is Y amount. And formation of C is Z amount, and D is Q amount. So this side particularly what we call reactant side. Reactant. And this side particularly what we call product. Yes, it is called product side. So generally, what we have to do during the chemical reaction, we have to, in one single line, you can say what is the chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is nothing but it is the reorganization of an atom. It is the reorganization of an atom. It is the reorganization of an atom. In the reorganization, all this thing is happen. During the old bond are break and new bond are formed. And old bond having maximum the energy, the product having minimum energy, minimum potential energy. The reactant having higher energy and product having lesser energy. That means a product are stable. Product are do not react further, or product may be stable as compared to reactant. Reactant के comparative में product जो है वो ज़्यादा stable होता है, isn't it? So in the chemical reaction, what happen? The reactant molecule are reacting together and to form a product molecule. So this product are stable one. What we call a stable. This one and this one are stable one, and due to the stability, due to the how it can be stable क्यों है ये? क्योंकि ये इससे ज्यादा मतलब रिएक्टेंट से प्रोडक्ट ज्यादा स्टेबल है, क्योंकि उसके पास कम एनर्जी है, has less energy as compared to reactant. So generally whenever you think about any chemical reaction, particularly chemical reaction is proceed by two molecules, or whenever a chemical reaction is proceed, the reactant molecules are higher in energy and product molecules are lower in energy. And chemical reaction is just a reorganization of an atom. Means atoms are reorganized. Old bond are break and new bond are formed. And the new molecule are formed. The new product, the product having more thermodynamically more stable than reactant. Reactant से ज्यादा product ज्यादा stable रहेगा, इसलिए वो reaction can proceed. मतलब ये reaction होने के लिए जो driving force है, the driving force for completion the reaction होने के लिए जो driving force is responsible है, that driving force is proceed the reaction. ड्राइविंग फोर्स रिएक्टेंट में जो एनर्जी है, रिएक्टेंट की जो एनर्जी है, रिएक्टेंट्स हैविंग पोटेंशियल एनर्जी और रिएक्टेंट हैविंग सम एनर्जी and product having less energy. That means the product are more stable than reactant. Means chemical reaction is nothing but it is the reorganization of an atom. Atom के reorganization होगा और product जो है more thermodynamically stable product आपको मिलेगा. That is happening in chemical reaction. Okay. So just we have to lot of type of reaction observation, and you have a writing a chemical equation. So generally, suppose this is a simple reaction. So copper sulfate is reacting with zinc, isn't it? So to formation of zinc sulfate, ZnSO4, and the copper is we obtain the pure copper. What we obtain?
ZnSO4.
Oh, ZnSO4. Yes. Recording the contact meeting host account. Okay. What you have to? Yes, the process which is new. Okay. The yes PDP. What is the name of PDP? Putra aldose क्या नाम है हाँ formation of chemical, the process produce a formation of new bond. Yes, that's all this thing. Yes, very good. You define the reaction generally, but I introduce you what happening generally in the when you writing the chemical reaction and what is in your mind when you write the chemical reaction. So just it is not just writing on formulas. It is not just writing a formula. It is something very more than that. Means any chemical reaction is proceeding. So that is not only bond. There is a old bond are break. Without bond or old bond are break, no new bond are formed. अगर old bond ही नहीं break होंगे तो new bond form कैसे होंगे? So the chemical reaction is more than that. You think about you thinking well, there is only just a change in something is you have to add it. Suppose there's a copper sulfate is there, zinc is added on here, and copper is eliminated. So and it is not just simple as you look. It is a more than that. Chemical reaction is not just simple writing the only the reaction. It is more than that, which is miss lot of things you have to understood here. So this generally this sulfate ion ASO4 ion is a different having the copper ion having different zinc is added on it and to form zinc sulfate ion. So the chemical reaction you think about the generally one line reaction, but not more than that. It is not one line reaction. It is more than that because we have to be certain concept you have to apply it here. So here what happened? Here is a oxidation state of zinc is 0. Now oxidation state of zinc is how much? +2. So not only only the writing the reaction, writing the formulas of the compounds, then more than that. वो सिर्फ आपका मॉलिक्यूलर फॉर्मूला लिखना है, सिर्फ इसके साथ हो जाएगा उसके साथ ये आएगा, दैट इज नॉट केमिकल, दैट इज वो उतना ही नहीं है, उससे भी ज्यादा more than that, because in the SPI exam you have to ask the what is the किसका ऑक्सीडेशन हो रहा है और किसका रिडक्शन हो रहा है, like this, किसका इधर ऑक्सीडेशन हो रहा है और किसका रिडक्शन हो रहा है. So why they prefer oxidation and why they prefer reduction. यहाँ पे ऑक्सीडाइज है ये रिड्यूस है, यहाँ पे ऑक्सीडाइज होगा उसका रिडक्शन होगा. why they prefer like this, why they react specifically. वो एक स्पेसिफिक वे से ही रिएक्ट क्यों करेगा, दैट इज यू टू अंडरस्टूड द केमिकल रिएक्शन, यू टू अंडरस्टैंडिंग, दैट मींस यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाई दे प्रोसीड लाइक दिस, okay. So generally you have to be hitting calcium अगर आप कैल्शियम कार्बोनेट को हीट करेंगे, so what happens generally, calcium carbonate is heated. It is calcium carbonate CaCO3 and you heat it. So formation of CaO and CO2 is
gas.
liberated. CO2 gas, yes, CO2 gas. Generally, why CO2 gas? Why not other gas? Okay, so that logic is very important. Why CO2? Why CO2 is released? Why not other gases? Why not O2 gas is released? That thing you should be understand. The understanding the chemical reaction, that means why this is happening, why only carbon dioxide, why not other gas, because that understanding is nothing but you are writing the chemical equation and understanding the chemical reaction. So you have a lot of reaction, so addition, substitution, elimination, so you have number of reaction. So can you have a copper sulfate, copper and HNO3? When copper is reacted to HNO3, Cu solid is reacted with 4 times of HNO3. HNO3 is a strong nitric acid, HNO3, with a nitric acid, and when acid reacting with the metal to form a metal nitrate, CuNO3, metal nitrate, NO2, CuNO3, 2 times
Hydrogen gas is liberated.
2 NO2. 2 NO2 is liberated. And what happened again? And H2O. Isn't it? It is a balanced reaction. Yes, it is a balance. I think yes, it is a balance. How much is hydrogen? How much hydrogen? 2 times. Hydrogen is 4 times. अब हो गई balance. Look, balance हो गई क्या देखो? Isn't it balance? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is a balance. Balance chemical reaction. atoms, and number of formation of product are both are the same. That is called stoichiometry of chemistry, stoichiometry of reaction. Sorry, stoichiometry of reaction. Balancing the equation is nothing but a stoichiometry of the reaction. So that stoichiometry you should understood how stoichiometry is proceeding and what happened during the reaction. So this copper is reacted with strong acid. HNO3 is the strong acid. So copper having copper ion or copper metal having capability to donate the electron towards the this acid. Acid को 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन देंगे वो और वहां पे वाटर मॉलिक्यूल बाहर निकलेगा और ये NO2 मॉलिक्यूल अगेन इट कैन लिबरेट. सो अगेन थोड़ा अगर स्टाइचोमेट्री अगर चेंज कर दिया तो कॉपर इन सॉलिड स्टेट एंड H टाइम्स ऑफ HNO3 अगर ज्यादा कर दिया उधर थोड़ा सा स्टाइचोमेट्री यू हैव टू चेंज stoichiometry which is given to you, that is the 3 times of CuNO3 2 and plus 2NO2 and 2NO2 2NO. This product are changed 2NO gas and 4H2 4 times of H2O liquid form and this one in gaseous form. So look here, some a composition is changed, the product is also changed. NO2 हो गया और यहाँ पे NO गैस निकल गया. So by using the थोड़ा बहुत अगर हम रिएक्टर में कुछ चेंजेस करेंगे, प्रोपोर्शन अगर चेंज करेंगे तो प्रोडक्ट में थोड़ा सा चेंज हो जाएगा. मतलब
NO2 के आगे 6 आना चाहिए शायद.
क्या
सर NO2 के आगे 6 आना चाहिए शायद.
येलो ये ऊपर NO2 इधर येलो है खाली. येलो गैस है, येलो गैस नाइट्रिक
नहीं
ऑक्साइड.
सर बैलेंस है.
हाँ केवल बैलेंस नहीं है क्या?
सर
यू
ये
कैन हाँ कॉपर यस कॉपर हैविंग हाउ मच 3. हाँ अब हो गई क्या?
N बैलेंस नहीं हुआ.
4 दूनी 8 येलो 3 4 और ये येलो हो गया ना बेटा बैलेंस. बैलेंस होगा, ये रिएक्शन बैलेंस हो गई. देख लो आप.
सर रिएक्टेंट साइड में
और
8 है N और प्रोडक्ट साइड में तो
लाउडली
सिर्फ
स्पीक,
4
यू
ही.
कैन यस प्लीज लाउडली स्पीक. थोड़ा ज्यादा तेज बोलो.
सर जो N है वो रिएक्टेड साइड में 8 है लेकिन प्रोडक्ट साइड में वो तो सिर्फ 4 ही है ना.
ये नाइट्रोजन
यस सर।
ना और ये हाँ हाँ यस अभी ये कितने हो गए? यानो 2.
ओके
और
सर
ये कितने?
अंडरस्टूड
2 क्या यस
बैलेंस है
बैलेंस है सर बैलेंस.
सर बैलेंस तो कॉपर के सामने 3 है ना.
कॉपर के सामने 3 लगाया है।
अरे ये मल्टीप्लाई बाय ये 3 ये 2
हाँ।
3 2 6 आ गया ना बेटा. ऐसे क्या कर रहे हो? ये इसको भी मल्टीप्लाई करो. ये पूरा का पूरा ले लो बेटा. ओके हो जाता है वैसा कभी कभार हो जाता है. ओके सो व्हाट यू अंडरस्टूड फ्रॉम दिस, यू कैन अंडरस्टूड. सो अगर हम प्रोपोर्शनलिटी कुछ कम ज्यादा कर दे तो भी प्रोडक्ट हमारा चेंज हो जाएगा. मतलब अगर हमने कुछ थोड़ा रिएक्टेंट का कुछ कंपोजिशन अगर थोड़ा चेंज कर दिया तो हमें प्रोडक्ट भी अलग सा मिलेगा. ओके सो अलग सा प्रोडक्ट मिलने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, थोड़ा सा इधर कंपोजिशन अगर हमने चेंज किया तो प्रोडक्ट भी अलग मिल जाएगा. सो नाइट्रोजन ये 2 3 2 6 7 and 8. So 8 nitrogen is there. So you have to remember that. और आप याद रखो हमेशा, क्योंकि आपको सवाल क्या पूछना है ये सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. एसपीआई में आपको क्या सवाल पूछेंगे, क्योंकि वो क्या करते हैं कभी कभार क्या करेंगे कि तो इसका जो प्रोपोर्शन है ये कॉपर के साथ 4 टाइम्स दिया तो अलग प्रोडक्ट आएगा और 8 टाइम्स दिया तो ये 3 और ये 8 टाइम्स 3:8 द रेशियो इज 3:8 तो अलग प्रोडक्ट आएगा. येलो नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड ये नाइट्रोजन मोनोऑक्साइड आएगा इधर, नाइट्रोजन मोनोऑक्साइड और ये नाइट्रिक ऑक्साइड नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड और नाइट्रोजन मोनोऑक्साइड. ये 2 प्रोडक्ट आपको अलग अलग आएंगे. मतलब कंसेप्ट तो सेम है. मतलब यहाँ पे कॉपर जो है वो ऑक्सीडेशन स्टेट इसकी यहाँ पे 0 है, यहाँ पे 2 है. नो प्रॉब्लम, नो डाउट अबाउट. और लगभग प्रोडक्ट आज सेम है ये दोनों और वो दोनों वाटर एंड कॉपर नाइट्रेट आर फॉर्म, लगभग प्रोडक्ट भी आपके सेम ही है, लेकिन थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे वेरिएशन आ गया, वो इधर नाइट्रोजन डाइऑक्साइड आ गया, इधर नाइट्रोजन मोनोऑक्साइड आ गया. सो दिस वेरिएशन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट in your entrance, in your competitive exam. So it can be logically you have to ask why this, how much you have to give a certain type of reaction, and you can have find out the product, or one product get missing. So by using the stoichiometric multiplication, जितने number of atom इधर है, उतने number of atom आपके product side में होने चाहिए. And one thing is remember that in SPI exam a question may be asked like this. वो क्वेश्चन एक ऐसा पूछा था कि why the reactant and product, उसमें से स्टेबल कौन रहेगा. रिएक्टेंट एंड प्रोडक्ट में एक रिएक्शन है, सपोज कोई तो भी एक रिएक्शन
Reactant.
और वो व्हाट दे आस्क, वन मिनट क्वेश्चन समझ लो, फिर आपको आंसर देना में ज्यादा इजी हो जाएगा वो आपको. सो उन्होंने क्या किया कि एक रिएक्शन दे दी और पूछा कि ये रिएक्टेंट है और ये प्रोडक्ट है, सो इसमें स्टेबल कौन रहेगा ज्यादा.
Product.
यस, व्हाई एंड व्हाई ऐसा अगर पूछा तो
सर बोथ.
बहुत स्टेबल रहेंगे.
हाँ.
No, sir.
सपोज अगेन 1 मिनट जस्ट रुको. अगेन मैंने ऐसा बोला आपको, वो एक एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन, है, एक कोई तो भी हाइपोथेटिकल रिएक्शन दे दिया आपको और वो रिएक्शन हेक्सोथर्मिक है, तब जाके तब आप अब बताओ कि कौन स्टेबल है, रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट.
प्रोडक्ट.
यस, व्हाई.
सर क्योंकि वो रिएक्ट हो चुका होगा तो फिर वो स्टेबल हो जाएगा ना, और
हाँ,
इसमें वो रिएक्ट कर रहा है, मतलब इधर वो
Yes, yes,
स्टार्ट
yes.
होगा.
नहीं, ऐसा इसका आंसर ये नहीं है, ऐसे
तो
नहीं. ठीक है, आपने सही बताया, आपने अच्छी कोशिश की, लेकिन रीजन क्या है उसका, व्हाई प्रोडक्ट आर मोर स्टेबल.
सर ऑक्टेट या डुप्लेट से कंप्लीट होता है इसलिए.
और दिस क्वेश्चन इज आस्क्ड 2022 में ये क्वेश्चन पूछा था, व्हाई इन एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन व्हाई प्रोडक्ट आर मोर स्टेबल.
सर वो और आगे रिएक्ट नहीं करेंगे.
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. मैं आपको फिर से एक बार सवाल पूछ रहा हूं, आई एम आस्किंग अगेन यू, इन एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन प्रोडक्ट आर मोर स्टेबल, व्हाई इज माय क्वेश्चन. चलो बताओ. So another, yes, nobody answering. Yes, nobody answering. Yes, anybody? Yes, I have to tell you answer. Because of the product, whenever there is a hexothermic reaction, the product does not react again, or it can be the energy of product decreases. The energy of reactant is higher and energy of product is lower. Energy of reactant is higher and energy of product is lower. So lower energy, it is a more stable, and it is a, when exothermic reaction, the energy get decreases. When energy decreases, they get stability. Thermodynamically, product are more stable because of less energy. It having less energy. Okay. So another one is just silver nitrate is reacting with sodium chloride to form silver chloride and NaNO3. This is also a reactions. So nitrate ion is replaced here. So it is all these reactions are the example types of chemical reaction. So you have a write down the headline, types of chemical reaction. Types of chemical reaction. Types of chemical reactions. A combination reaction. Number one. Combination reaction. So
Decomposition.
what are look here? Two reacting molecule. Ammonia is there. NH3. It is called ammonia.
Two compounds combined to make a product is called combination reaction.
Yeah, directly combine. Combine direct, it is a gaseous form. It is also in gaseous form. And to form NH4. NH4. NH having positive charge and Cl having negative charge, and it is in solid. So combine direct two reactor directly combine to form a salt. That is it is a combination reaction. Combine to form to combine it.
सर
it is
ब्लर
called-
दिख रहा है बहुत ज्यादा.
हाँ यस यस. और आप ऐसे कुछ H2 गैस लिया आपने और I2 गैस लिया, so it is also combined to form 2HI gas, 2HI gaseous. So it is also combination reaction. So look, two atom, two molecule, one molecule of hydrogen, one molecule of iodine. It is combined. So combination, a direct combination. So a single molecule is formed by using two molecule. You have form a single molecule. That is simply we can have a combination reaction. So it is a
C
type of
plus O2.
it is type of reaction, direct combination reaction. So another one is when metal is reacted with O2. So magnesium metal is reacted with O2 to form MgO,
Magnesium oxide.
So it is in a solid form and it is magnesium oxide. It is again combination reaction, or you can say when magnesium is reacted with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. It is also
Carbon plus
combination.
oxygen.
Yes, a lot of reaction. You have another reaction is suppose example of combination reaction is the you have a calcium oxide is there, calcium oxide in solid form, plus you have to be you have a water molecule H2O. Calcium oxide is reacted with water and to it is simple combination reaction is there to form CaOH twice and heat
Calcium
is generated.
hydroxide.
Yes, heat is generated because it is a hexothermic reaction. Exothermic reaction means heat is liberated. This calcium oxide is less stable, and this calcium hydroxide is more stable. As comparatively compare this and this calcium hydroxide. So calcium hydroxide are thermodynamically more stable than calcium oxide. So it is a simple, we can say it is a combination reaction combined when two molecules are combined together to form a new molecule. That is the combination reaction. So or you can a lot of example, number of example combination reaction. You have a lot given to you. So number of reaction you observe what happened during the combination reaction. So there is a two molecule combined together to form a single molecule. That is also a combination reaction. Now we have a next one is the decomposition reaction, second reaction. Decomposition reaction. Decomposition reaction. So decompose. What happened during the acid heat? C12H11.
Single compound break down into two or more than two
Very
substances.
good, very
to
good.
form
Yes, very
is called decomposition
heat.
reaction.
I had the heat to form 12 कार्बन इस पहला बन जाएगा इसका और 11 टाइम्स ऑफ H2O ब्रेक डाउन decomposition breakdown. So decomposing one molecule is to form a different molecule, two or more molecules. So again decomposition reaction, this calcium carbonate CaCO3, you heated it and to form CaO and CO2. It is also decomposition reaction. So called decomposition reaction. Okay. So again you have two different examples. H2O2 is reacting together, or H2O2 is formed and it get 2 times of H2O and O2 decomposition, liberation of gaseous. So it is a decomposition reaction. You have a lot of example, number of reaction, number of example. Also the you have a single molecule and you can break down into different molecules. Here is also single molecule, you break down into two molecules. This is also a single molecule, you can break down into two molecules. So this a specificity of decomposition reaction is that, what is the specificity of decomposition reaction? A specialty of decomposition reaction is every time you provided heat, every time you can provide the heat. When you heat, supply the heat, अगर हम हर किसी को इसको हीट सप्लाई करेंगे तो हीट से क्या होगा कि उसका डिकम्पोजिशन होगा, वो मॉलिक्यूल आर गेट अनस्टेबल, मॉलिक्यूल की स्टेबिलिटी चेंज हो जाएगी, मॉलिक्यूल गेट अनस्टेबल एंड इट डिसोसिएट इनटू इट्स एलिमेंटल फॉर्म, वो डिसोसिएट हो जाएगा और उसका नंबर ऑफ मॉलिक्यूल डिफरेंट मॉलिक्यूल उसके बन जाएंगे. ओके, सो इट इज यू कैन रिमेंबर डिकम्पोजिशन रिएक्शन. सो a product is formed. Look here, this calcium, the product are thermodynamically, this product are thermodynamically stable, this product are thermodynamically stable. So it is a endothermic reaction. Heat is absorbed. What is this? It is a endothermic reaction. That means during the decomposition reaction, heat is absorbed. Means reactant molecule absorb the heat. Reactant molecule get absorb the heat. It is an endothermic reaction. Endo means absorb the heat. Look, all these examples are heat can be absorbed during the reaction. So in every time exothermy, yes, you have two or more product from single reaction, decomposition, displacement, double displacement reaction. Okay, okay, don't bother about that. In the उसमें पूछा क्या जा सकता है, वो that is very important.
सर सेकंड वाली रिएक्शन तो एक्सोथर्मिक है ना?
वो ये वाली नहीं.
यस सर.
नहीं, इसके साथ वाटर अगर डालेंगे तो एक्सोथर्मिक हो जाएगी. ये एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन है. दिस वन इज एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन, नॉट एक्सोथर्मिक. इसको डीकंपोज करना है ना हमको, कैल्शियम ऑक्साइड एंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड के साथ. इट इज अ डीकंपोजिशन रिएक्शन. इट इज नॉट अ एंडोथर्मिक है, वो एक्सोथर्मिक नहीं है. Generally, decomposition reaction are endothermic. So displacement reaction, can I proceed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
सर जैसे हर डिकम्पोजिशन रिएक्शन एंडोथर्मिक होती है, वैसे हर कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शन एक्सोथर्मिक होती है क्या?
नहीं, हर बात में 100% नहीं बोल सकते हम वैसा. इन जनरल केस मैंने कहा, हर बार नहीं होगा वैसा. जनरल, इन जनरल, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ व्हाट हैपन, जनरल केस में decomposition reaction are endothermic. जनरल केस. Third one is the displacement reaction.
Position of less reactive element is taken by more reactive element.
Yes, position are changed. Suppose you have a copper sulfate solution, S2SO4, and you have a zinc. So change
ZnSO4.
ZnSO4 and copper. So displacement, displace हो गया, copper की जगह zinc आ गया. Again CuSO4 and lead Pb. So यहाँ पे आ जाएगा PbSO4
PbSO4
and
plus copper.
copper, right? Again CuSO4 अगर ले लिया हमने, अगर उसके साथ Fe ले लिया तो क्या हो जाएगा ये?
FeSO4
FeSO4 and copper.
copper.
Yes. So displacement copper, every time a new copper get replaced, displaced. So here copper get displaced by Fe, copper get displaced by Pb, copper is displaced by Zn. So it is called displacement reactions. Okay. So displacement reaction is generally what happen. It is nature, either it is exothermic or endothermic. It depends on the its enthalpy change in during the chemical reaction. उसकी heat energy कैसी change होगी during the chemical reaction. So you have a two types of reaction, that is a exothermic and endothermic. Why you question may be you have to be why it is endothermic and why it is a exothermic, why it is a why we call exothermic reaction and why we call endothermic reaction. So endothermic and exothermic reaction, so they are depends on the how the what happening during the reaction and which one metal is reacting metals nature, what type of nature of reacting metal, that decide the reaction is exothermic or endothermic. So this process, can you erase it? Okay, any doubt?
Yes, sir.
Yes, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Oh, okay. The word exothermic and endothermic.
Sir, double displacement.
Yes, double displacement means one is displaced by other one is displaced by first one displaced by second one. So that is इसी स्टेप को दो स्टेप में करेंगे, डबल डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो जाएगा वो. So hexothermic means what is hexo? What is the word is hexo? Hexo stand for hexo out and therm means heat. So and always you can, heat is liberated, so we can consider it is negative. And endo, the word endothermic.
In
Endothermic. Endo means in
in
and therm means
heat.
heat. Heat energy absorbed during the chemical reaction. Why there is a need to absorb the heat or release the heat, or what is why it needed to absorb the heat or to release the heat? क्यों heat release होगी, बता सकते हैं आप? Why heat is released?
Sir,
During the
when two or more products
any reaction,
react
why heat
together.
is liberated?
Sir, because
Huh?
two and more than two products react together, they
Yes.
generate heat.
Yes. You have to certain close toward the when two or more molecules are reacting together. So there is a thermodynamics during the reaction. Thermo means heat. Whenever there is a you have to deal with heat. Heat is very important criteria for chemical reaction. Heat बहुत ही important criteria है chemical reaction के लिए. Suppose the chemical reaction is, suppose you have to acid and base are you have to mix acid with base. Acid का base के साथ reaction होगा, means reacting one acid molecule with base to form a neutral molecule, salt and salt molecule. So that salt is thermodynamically stable, means whenever there is a generation of heat, means there is a great possibility to form a stable molecule, thermodynamically stable molecule. That's why the reaction may be endothermic and exothermic. So the endothermic reaction is generally it is not thermodynamically, we can say you can supply the energy, supply the heat, supply the heat, and it get to form a product. That product must be thermodynamically stable one. So this thing you can be remember that this thing you have to remember whenever there is a chemical reaction, a reaction, what type of nature of chemical reaction, so how it can be occur and which condition the reaction is occur. Condition is important because when you have to say यहाँ पे एक आइस का गोला अगर रख दिया हमने तो it becoming the starting to melt it, ये melt होने के लिए start हो जाएगा, it can be start to melt down. Okay, so अगर because of why ice is melt, because of they can absorb the heat from surrounding. अगर हमने यहाँ पे एक आइस का 1 kg of ice रख दिया तो the ice can be start to melt. Why? Because surrounding
Because
temperature,
it
because
had to
of,
come to the room temperature.
yes, because of room temperature are also some heat, and it is the temperature, the surrounding are greater heat than that heat, that ice. So they can absorb the heat from surrounding and start to melt down. So surrounding is very important. What is the surrounding and how surrounding act as? So it is a cooking of food is also endothermic reaction, and the temperature can be affect the reaction. So generally what happen in every type of reaction, what happen, generally you increase the temperature. अगर हमने टेम्परेचर इंक्रीज किया तो रिएक्शन का रेट भी फास्ट हो जाएगी. रिएक्शन थोड़ी फास्ट होती है. एवरी 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस रिएक्शन रेट आर डबल एवरी टाइम. अगर हमने टेम्परेचर बढ़ाया तो रेट क्या होता है, बढ़ता है. रेट बढ़ाने के लिए हमें 2 चीजें हैं, एक तो हम कैटलिस्ट यूज करेंगे या फिर टेम्परेचर. सो रेट, how to increase the rate of reaction, rate or velocity of reaction. How it increases? By temperature and catalyst. Temperature and catalyst. So every temperature increases, rate also increases. And catalyst, what is, can you define the catalyst?
Increase the rate
Which
of
increases the rate of reaction.
rate of chemical reaction
Yes.
without
involving in the
participating
reaction.
in it.
So I will tell you the definition of catalyst. A substance which increase the rate or velocity of chemical reaction without participating it. Without participating it called catalyst. Means catalyst ऐसा सब्सटेंस है वो कि रेट रिएक्शन का क्या करेगा, रेट बढ़ाएगा. मतलब देखो अगर हमारी कोई रिएक्शन है और वो 4 घंटे में हो रही है, 4 आवर्स की रिएक्शन है और हमें फास्ट करना है. अगर 4 आवर्स की रिएक्शन अगर 30 मिनट में कर रहा है तो अगर हमने कुछ कैटलिस्ट, कुछ सब्सटेंस उसमें ऐड किया तो रिएक्शन ज्यादा फास्ट हो जाएगी. मतलब a catalyst is the substance which increase the rate of chemical reaction. Catalyst is the substance which increase the rate of chemical reaction. Catalyst क्या करेगा, chemical reaction का rate बढ़ाएगा. So increase ऐसा सब्सटेंस है कि जो खुद रिएक्शन में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करेगा लेकिन रिएक्शन का क्या करेगा, रेट बढ़ाएगा. ऐसे सब्सटेंस को हम कैटलिस्ट कहेंगे. कैटलिस्ट के टाइप बहुत सारे कैटलिस्ट है. सॉलिड कैटलिस्ट है, लिक्विड कैटलिस्ट है, होमोजीनियस कैटलिस्ट है, हेट्रोजीनियस कैटलिस्ट है. सो आप सिर्फ इतना याद रखो कि एनी सब्सटेंस, कोई भी सब्सटेंस अगर है वो रिएक्शन का अगर रेट, रिएक्शन हो रही थी, पहले भी रिएक्शन हो रही थी लेकिन जो पहले रेट था वो बहुत कम था, स्लो था. रेट स्लो था, ज्यादा टाइम लग रहा था रिएक्शन होने के लिए. जब हमने उसमें कैटलिस्ट डाल दिया तो रिएक्शन रेट फास्ट हुआ. इसलिए हम बोलेंगे कि the substance which increase the rate of chemical reaction is called, simply we called as a catalyst. Catalyst is the substance which increase the rate of reaction. Okay, so any doubt regarding the catalyst?
No, sir.
Temperature and catalyst?
सर प्रमोटर भी सपोर्ट करता है ना कैटलिस्ट को रेट बढ़ाने के लिए केमिकल इक्वेशन का?
क्या 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 सपोर्ट करता है?
सर प्रमोटर्स।
हाँ, प्रमोटर, कैटालिटिक प्रमोटर, मतलब वो क्या है कि ये कैटालिस्ट को उसकी एक्टिविटी और ज्यादा बढ़ाने के लिए कैटालिटिक प्रमोटर बोलते हैं उसे, कैटालिटिक प्रमोटर। फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर हमें अमोनिया सिंथेसिस, ये रिएक्शन देखो, N2 गैस and 3 times of H2 gas reacting together to form 2 times of NH3 gas. So Fe is the main catalyst and molybdenum, YMO, it is called catalytic promoter. YMO or Al2O3, it is catalytic promoter. Means when catalyst support to increase the rate of reaction, catalytic promoter can again activate the catalyst. Catalyst के लिए एक्टिवेट करने के लिए वो कैटालिटिक प्रमोटर है। ये कहाँ पढ़ा था आपने कैटालिटिक प्रमोटर? टेल मी।
सर हमारे बुक में था।
प्रमोटर,
यस सर।
सीबीएसई के बुक में?
नहीं सर, आईसीएससी की बुक में।
हाँ, यस यस, आईसीएससी, हाँ आईसीएससी के होगा, यस, वेरी गुड, वो वहां पे होगा। वो क्या है ना बेटा कि कुछ जो कैटालिस्ट का जो रोल है वो आता, अभी मैं आपको बताता हूँ कैटालिस्ट के बारे में थोड़ा और ज्यादा बोलता हूँ। आपको आईसीएससी में ये ग्राफ दिया होगा, यही ग्राफ था क्या? एनर्जी एंड रिएक्शन कोऑर्डिनेट। So this one is the reactant side. This is the reactant and this one is product. What is this? This is called activation energy. What we call EA. EA stand for activation energy. अब देखो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी और दिस एनर्जी, reaction enthalpy, this one, and from here to here, delta E, मतलब टोटल एनर्जी, रिएक्शन की टोटल एनर्जी यहां से यहां तक। अब देखो, when you use the catalyst, the activation energy decreases. ये हो गई हमारी एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी विद कैटलिस्ट। एनर्जी विद activation energy with catalyst means catalyst can decrease the activation energy। तो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी अगर डिक्रीज हो गई तो रेट क्या हो जाएगा? इंक्रीज हो जाएगा। मतलब देखो, ये रिएक्टेंट है, पहले तो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी बहुत ज्यादा थी और जब हमने कैटलिस्ट इस्तेमाल किया तो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी क्या हो गई? कम हो गई। मतलब कैटलिस्ट इज द सब्सटेंस व्हिच डिक्रीज द एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी, एंड एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी अगर कम हो रही तो रेट क्या हो रहा है? इंक्रीजेस हो जाएगा, बढ़ जाएगा। मतलब so a catalyst is such a substance, catalyst is the such a substance which decrease the activation energy, and due to the activation energy decreases, rate of reaction increases। अब देखो यहाँ पे ये तो हो गई टोटल एनर्जी पूरी रिएक्शन की, यहां से यहां तक ये टोटल एनर्जी हो गई। और रिएक्टर की एनर्जी ज्यादा है और प्रोडक्ट की एनर्जी क्या है? कम है। सो रिएक्टर रिएक्ट होने के लिए यहां से यहां एनर्जी यहां तक जाएगा और इसे बोलेंगे हम एक्टिवेटर कॉम्प्लेक्स। दिस क्रिस्ट called activator complex। एक्टिवेटेड कॉम्प्लेक्स। अब यहां से यहां जाने के लिए जो एनर्जी चाहिए, यहां से यहां तक जाने के लिए जो एनर्जी चाहिए उसे हम कहेंगे एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी। और ये देखो, ये फाइनल जो है प्रोडक्ट की एनर्जी देखो आप यहाँ पे, और रिएक्टर दोनों में डिफरेंस है, दैट इज दिस डेल्टा एच कॉल्ड डेल्टा एच रिएक्शन एंथैल्पी, हीट एनर्जी चेंजेस ड्यूरिंग द केमिकल रिएक्शन। हीट चेंजेस during chemical reaction. Heat energy changes. This one, this value is nothing but heat energy changes during the chemical reaction. जो भी chemical reaction होगी उसकी heat energy इतनी है, और total energy यहां से यहां तक, that is the total energy changes during the reaction. So what happened, you add the catalyst, अगर हमने catalyst add कर दिया तो क्या हो जाएगा उसमें जब हम catalyst add करेंगे तो addition of catalyst, what happened, पहले तो इतनी थी the activation energy like this, so decrease the activation energy due to the catalyst, वो activation energy आप कम हो जाएगी, मतलब एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी पहले इतनी थी फिर बाद में इतनी हो गई, मतलब रिएक्शन ज्यादा फास्ट हो जाएगी। देन डिक्रीज द एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी, और ये क्यों हो गया, बिकॉज ऑफ यू ऐड द कैटलिस्ट। अगर हमने वहां पे कैटलिस्ट नहीं ऐड किया होता तो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी इतनी ज्यादा होती, यहां से यहां तक, यहां से यहां तक ये एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी होती, लेकिन हमने उसमें कैटलिस्ट ऐड कर दिया। कैटलिस्ट ने क्या किया, उसकी एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी कम कर दी, अब इतनी और इतनी रहेगी उसकी एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी, एंड एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी कम हो गई, इसका मतलब है कि रिएक्शन रेट क्या हो जाएगा, इंक्रीज हो जाएगा। यस, टेल मी एनी डाउट फॉर दिस रिएक्शन?
No, sir.
कैटलिस्ट?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. Remember one sentence regarding the catalyst. Catalyst is the substance which decrease the activation energy, and due to the decrease the activation energy, rate of reaction increases. So tell me any doubt, any difficulty? You have 5 minutes.
The catalyst what decreases?
Catalyst decreases activation energy. Again I repeat, अगर विदाउट कैटलिस्ट है तो एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी कितनी आएगी, यहां से यहां तक, दिस इज एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी विदाउट कैटलिस्ट, एंड दिस इज एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी विद कैटलिस्ट, इतनी वाली, मतलब यहां से यहां तक एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी क्या कर दी, कैटलिस्ट ने कम कर दी, मतलब एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी अगर कम हो जाएगी तो रेट क्या हो जाएगा, इंक्रीज हो जाएगा। डिक्रीज द एक्टिवेशन एनर्जी, इंक्रीज द रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन। Aditya, what happened? Everyone, what is question mark? What is your problem, Aditya? Everyone? Okay, so today's lectures we have a certain reaction and type of reaction. So this reaction is nothing but your what reaction type and how reaction is occur, and the reaction which is the reactant are reacting together. They are thermodynamically what happened, the exothermic reaction, what happened in endothermic reaction, how exothermic reaction is occur, how endothermic reaction is occur. So all these things we have to learn in this lecture. So summary of this lecture is exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction and type of reaction. So type of reaction is addition, that is the addition, rearrangement reaction or displacement reaction, double displacement reaction. So you can you have a certain, in SPI's entrance you have to given certain type of reaction and you have to ask what type of this reaction. So these things you have to ask in SPI's entrance examination. Okay. Can you have any doubts?
No, sir.
regarding the content, if you have any doubt regarding the content, whatever I have to teach, what I have to explain, whatever I explain, मैंने जो explain किया उसके बारे में कुछ doubt, कुछ concept misconception, कुछ doubt अगर होगा, कोई भी doubt अगर आपको होगा तो please ask me,
Sir.
मैं उसको justify करूँ.
Sir,
हाँ.
some catalyst also decrease the
Yes, that
speed
is
of
a
the reaction,
different
huh?
terms. That is called catalytic poisoning. That is called catalytic poisoning. Means अगर बहुत fast है तो कम कर रहा है. That is called, उसे catalyst नहीं कहते हम. It is called catalytic poisoning. Means a substance which decrease the rate of reaction is called catalytic poisoning or negative catalyst.
सर
Very good
कैटालिटिक
question.
को इनहिबिटर्स भी बोलते हैं ना?
हाँ, inhibitors. हाँ, inhibitors भी. Inhibitors और catalytic poisoning और inhibitors भी बोलेंगे. Yes. Inhibitors, catalytic poisoning depends on the what types of what they have to doing with that reaction. उसके साथ वो क्या कर रहे हैं, उसके ऊपर, उसके नेचर के ऊपर करेंगे. कभी कभी रेट डिक्रीज कर रहे हैं तो एकदम स्टॉप करेंगे तो उसे कहेंगे कैटालिटिक इनहिबिटर. और थोड़ा थोड़ा डिक्रीज कर रहे हैं उसे कैटालिटिक पॉइजनिंग बोलेंगे हम. थोड़ा थोड़ा डिक्रीज कर रहा है तो कैटालिटिक पॉइजनिंग, और एकदम से स्टॉप कर रहा है तो कैटालिटिक इनहिबिटर. वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. अरे हुई आईसीएससी सिलेबस में शायद आप
हाँ सर.
स्टैंडर्ड करिकुलम.
और सर आपने स्टार्टिंग में एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि प्रोडक्ट्स टेबल के होते हैं ना, तो अगर रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन हो तो
that
भी
is, look, yes, that is the equilibrium concept is different. मतलब अगर इक्विलिब्रियम है मतलब रेट ऑफ रिएक्शन इज इक्वल टू रेट ऑफ फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन इज इक्वल टू रेट ऑफ बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन. दैट
सर आपने बोला था
कंडीशन.
कि ये जो रिएक्शन है वो मैं जो रिएक्शन दे रहा हूँ वो एंडोथर्मिक है करके आपने ऐसे बोला.
हाँ, नहीं वो मैंने आपको क्या सिर्फ फॉरवर्ड और बैक फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन दिए मैंने आपको. मैंने आपने ऐसा नहीं कहा फॉरवर्ड और बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन में भी एक इक्विलिब्रियम नाम की कंसेप्ट है. याद करो, देखो रिएक्शन में भी इक्विलिब्रियम नाम की एक कंसेप्ट है. वो कंसेप्ट आपको वो अलग है क्योंकि रेट ऑफ फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन इज इक्वल टू रेट ऑफ बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन. और देव उस रिएक्शन में डेल्टा एच जो द हीट एनर्जी चेंजेस विच इज 0. Okay, today we. Okay, thank you for all of you, and today we'll stop here and continue in next lecture.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, very